today is all about the geologic processes and hazards. What is geologic processes? These are the dynamic processes at work in the Earth's landforms and surfaces. The mechanism involves are plate tectonics, erosion, chemical weathering, and sedimentation. What is plate tectonics? Plate tectonics are the splitting and joining of land masses. Erosion, when rock is worn away by water, ice, or even wind, this is known erosion. Chemical weathering. Rocks can react with substances present in water or in the air, producing chemical weathering. Sedimentation is a material suspended or dissolved in water forms rock by a process known as sedimentation or deposition. Republic Act 10121, PDRRM Act of 2010, an act strengthening the Philippine Disaster Risk Reduction and Management System, a law that requires the country's government and its citizens to be prepared for the disaster. The Philippines was the most disaster-prone country in the world for the past century. Out of 173 countries assessed for their exposure to hazards, the Philippines placed third, World Risk Index 2016. Why was RA 10121 implemented? Number 1. To prevent loss of lives during disasters. Number 2. To reduce the loss of structures. Number 3. To prepare for the upcoming typhoons, earthquakes, landslides, etc. National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, or NDRRMC, has four-part system. The four-part system, number 1, disaster preparedness, number 2, disaster mitigation and prevention, number 3, disaster response, and number 4, disaster rehabilitation and recovery. Most people aren't aware about the hazards that could be coming from right underneath their feet. What are the geologic hazards? The geologic hazards, number 1, earthquake. An earthquake is a result of a sudden release of energy in the Earth's crust that creates seismic waves. Earthquakes are recorded with a seismometer, also known as seismograph. Earthquake facts. The largest recorded earthquake in the world was a magnitude of 9.5 in Chile on May 22, 1960. World's deadliest recorded earthquake occurred in 1556 in central China, killing an estimated 830,000 people. The Philippines is currently preparing for the estimated 7.2 magnitude earthquake from the West Valley Fault to hit, which is what we call the big one. Earthquake preparedness. What are the earthquake preparedness? Before, during, and after. Before an earthquake, number 1, repair any deep cracks in ceiling or walls and defective electric wiring. Number 2, bolt or fix heavy cabinets or furniture to the walls. Number 3, have a regular inspection of stability of hanging objects like frames, mirrors, ceiling fan, and chandeliers. Number 4, easy to break object made of ceramics and glasses should be kept or placed in the lowermost secured shelves or cabinets. Number 5, keep the dangerous chemicals such as cleaning products, pest sprays, and flammable materials or liquid outside the house or in the garage or outside shed. Number 6, turn off the gas tanks when not in use. Number 7, prepare a bag filled with emergency supplies like flashlights, operated radio, extra batteries, first aid kit, canned goods, packed foods, bottled water, enough clothing, and other important documents. Number 8. Participate in the earthquake drill and orient the family about it. And lastly, be familiar with the doorways and emergency exits. So what are the earthquake preparedness during an earthquake? If indoors, stay inside, be calm, and do the drop, cover, and hold. Drop to the ground, cover your head, and hold until the shaking is over. Duck under strong table or desk. Next, stay away where are the glass windows, shelves, cabinets, and other heavy objects. Be alert and keep your eyes open to be aware of falling objects. Do not use elevators. If outdoors, move to an open area from trees, walls, or concrete structures. If driving, do not attempt to cross bridges, overpasses. Stop your car to the side away from buildings, power lines, trees, and stay inside the vehicle. Cover your head and protect as much as possible until shaking stops. If you're in the shore, go immediately to a higher place. If you're in a crowded place, stay calm and do not rush for the doors. Wherever you are, do not forget to pray. After an earthquake, keep calm and expect aftershocks, so be alert. Get out of the building as fast as possible. Do not use elevators. Avoid the damaged building. Check yourselves and others for injuries. Apply first aid kit and do not touch the seriously injured individual. Do not operate electrical switches. Check the electrical and water lines for damage, the chemical or toxic and flammable liquids and gas leaks. Turn on the radio and listen to the news. Use the phone in case of emergency. Avoid driving to clear the streets for the emergency vehicles. You will leave home, bring the emergency kits, and leave a note to let your family know of your whereabouts. If you are not seriously harmed, look around you to help others as well as your neighbors. Next geologic hazards is the tsunami. Tsunamis are giant sea waves generated by the under-the-sea earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The signs of an approaching tsunami are often no advance warning of an approaching tsunami. An earthquake felt near a body of water may be considered an indication that a tsunami will shortly follow. What are the tsunami preparedness and safety measures? Before tsunami, find out if your home is in danger area. Know the height of your street above sea level and distance of your street from the coast. Be familiar with the tsunami warning. Make sure all the family members know how to respond to a tsunami. Make evacuation plans. Teach the children and the family member when to call police or a rescue team. During tsunami, climb higher ground as soon as warning of tsunami is released. Sat away from the beach if you can see the wave you are too close to escape it. Do not assume that one wave means danger is over. The next wave may be larger than the first. Stay out the area and do not return until authorities say it is safe to do so. After tsunami, help injured or trapped persons and give first aid where appropriate. Stay out of damaged buildings. Shovel mud while it is still moist to give walls and floors an opportunity to dry. Enter home with cautions, checking for electrical shorts and live wires. Next is the landslide. A landslide is a massive outward and downward movement of slope-forming materials. The term landslide is restricted to movement of rocks and solid masses. What are the causes of landslide? The causes of landslides are heavy rains, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and floods. Landslide preparedness and safety measures. Before a landslide, find out if landslides have happened in your area in the past. Look out for a landslide warning signs. Consider relocation in case your house is located in the area particularly vulnerable to landslide. Do not build on or at the base of unstable slopes or at the base of minor drainage valleys, at the base or on top of an old field slope. Do not cut down trees or remove vegetation or avoid slope weakening. Always stay alert and awake. Listen to radio or television. Make an evacuation plan. During a landslide, listen to any unusual sounds that might indicate moving debris. When in outdoors, try to get out of the path of the landslide or mud flow. While you are indoors, stay inside and remain alert. Listen to radio and television for any update. If your house falls apart due to landslides, and if there is no escape, hold on to something strong and protect your head. After a landslide, stay away from the landslide area as there may be danger or additional slides. Do not drive through. Check for injured or trapped persons near the slide without entering the slide area. And lastly is the volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption is the process wherein volcanic materials such as molten or hot fragmented rocks or gaseous materials are ejected from the volcano. Volcanic eruption preparedness and safety measures. Before volcanic eruption, learn about your community warning systems and emergency plans. Have disaster supplies on hand. Keep a roll of plastic wrap and packing tape so you can wrap and protect electronics and appliances from ash. Be prepared. Have an emergency disaster plan in place, especially for evacuation and communication. During volcanic eruption, listen to and heed the warning given. Follow the evacuation order issued by the authorities. Be aware of mud flows. Stay away from the area during volcanic activity. Cover your nose with a wet piece of cloth so that you will not inhale the smoke. Cover your eyes from the dust and smoke. Evacuate from the place as soon as the authorities tell you to do so. After volcanic eruption, help people requiring special assistance like the infants, elderly, and the disabled. Stay inside and listen for volcano information on your radio or television. Minimize your movements and keep all windows and doors are closed. Unless advised to evacuate, stay indoors and wear a face mask to protect your lungs. Wear glasses to protect your eyes. When outdoors or when evacuating, cover your mouth and nose. Wear goggles to protect your eyes. Keep your skin covered with long pants and long sleeve shirt and hat to avoid irritation from ash. Avoid driving after heavy ash falls. That's all for today. See you on our next discussion. Thank you.